Hello, my name's Sue Brazendale. I work for VOSCA and I was standing in for Tim Lloyd-Yates attending the Older People's Partnership Board, and they had their meeting on the 24th of March. I'll just give you a quick update of what happened at the meeting. So I will refer to some notes I've made here. Busy agenda and well attended. First agenda item was some feedback that the Older People's Partnership Board had given to Bristol City Council about the council's corporate plan. And that was an interesting exercise because the people on the board were asked to choose three key objectives for a vision for Bristol on a list of, I think, probably about 10 or 12 that are here. So quite a tall order because all the objectives were important and good statements. The three that the board selected were social care and health services for citizens of Bristol that focus not just on healthcare but on healthy living and the prevention of ill health. The second one was to ensure that public transport provides an effective, efficient and safe alternative to the car. And thirdly came a building rate of 750 new homes by 2016-17 up to 900 by 2017-18. We will post the full list of the objectives so you can have a look at those. That is going off to the council and will form a part of their corporate plan for 2014-2017. Next agenda item was a report by Nick Smith, who works for the council on their statistical team, the Joint Strategic Needs Assessment and a consultation coordinator. And he gave an update of Bristol's quality of life survey and data of older people in Bristol. I'm putting that presentation below this slide because it's got lots of really interesting information about older people in Bristol. The headline statistic was that there are 58,000 people in Bristol aged 65 and above, but this number is set to rise by a very large 14.2% over the next 10 years, and that's the biggest growth rate of any section of the population. Traditionally we've seen a growth rate in children and young people, but in the future the increased growth is going to be in older people. So do have a look at that presentation. It's got quite a lot of stuff about older people's in relation to crime, social isolation and use of internet, so it may well be of interest to some of you out there. Next we had a presentation by Guy Robertson of Bristol Aging Better, and he's a director of Positive Aging Associates, on Bristol being an age-friendly city. Bristol apparently signed up to be an age-friendly city some time ago, and Guy gave us a presentation about what that means. Again, that you will find that below the video. The general feeling from Guy and those at the meeting was that although Bristol City Council and the Mayor signed up to this initiative, it'd rather gone cold and not much has really happened with it. So there was some discussion at the meeting about how it should be taken forward. The lottery-funded Bristol Aging Better programme has a nominal post in there and allocated resources for the Age-Friendly City initiative, as it's viewed really important. So there was an offer that that person really takes forward the work. But what was said at the meeting was that Mike Hennessy, who chairs the meeting, is going to take this issue to the extended leadership team at Bristol City Council, and that's a meeting of senior officers. He's also going to raise it at the Cabinet. They're going to have a think about what this agenda means so it can be something meaningful, and then at the June meeting they're going to set aside at least an hour to have a good look at this and come up with a firm action plan so they can really kickstart that piece of work. Next on the agenda item was a presentation by Lindsay Winterton on the implications of the CARE Act. If you go to VOSCA Voice and Influence Health and Social Care Resources, you'll see a whole section on the CARE Act. Lots of resources there if you want further detail. One of the big issues I think for people in the group was, amongst the many provisions of the CARE Act, was a bit about a cap on spending for your care, which is set at £75,000. This is a real potential time bomb for local authorities, because people who are currently self-funding their care need will need to get an assessment of their care needs so they can start to run their care accounts to tot up their spending on care to benefit that ceiling. So that's going to be a massive amount of work for the council. Mike Hennessy was fairly upbeat about this forthcoming tidal wave of work. He said that the council's done a lot of demand modelling, that he sees it very much in the wider context of a shift in care towards preventative, and it'll help people plan for the future. So it was quite reassuring to see Mike had a really positive approach to this and saw it in how we can benefit from it, rather than being too worried about the initial wave of work that will come along. He did also say that self-assessments may well be online, and there will be some quick models about how this can be done. Those plans come in for 2016, so still some time for that to flag through. Mike also gave everybody detail of a report of adult social care called A Local Account, and that's been produced by the council. You'll find it on their website, with an update about what they've done in the last year. We also at the meeting heard from Bristol Aging Better, Mark Baker at Age UK, who told us that it's now all go from the lottery, and they will actually be in receipt of the cash from April. So all systems go. Well done for that team for that massive piece of work, and the spending will start to be rolled out from April. Quick update from lay representatives, particularly focusing on some issues about bus routes and libraries. We had Cathy Eastwood, who told the group about what the Health and Wellbeing Board did for Bristol, so there's quite some debate about that and the linkage of the board to partnership boards in Bristol. Again, if you go to VOSCA Voice and Influence Resources website, you'll see quite a lot of information about the board there. So full and active meeting. The next meeting is on Tuesday the 23rd. Any issues, get in touch with VOSCA. Thank you.